Two Somerville Island sea flowers, Nicole Orby and Salamander Scoot, were climbing down the Alewife Cliffs on the western end of the island under a cloudless night sky. They were moving quickly, very quickly, in fact, down the sheer cliff, finding handholds. A stopwatch dangled from Orby's neck, and she'd occasionally look down at it as they descended. 3 minutes, come on, Scoot. They were heading down towards a cave, one that only revealed itself at low tide. 2 minutes, Scoot, we're going too slow. I got it, Orby. Scoot grabbed at a horizontal crack in the cliff, but it was full of gravel. Crap, 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 up and over, up and over. 60 seconds, Scoot, we're out of time. We can make it, Orby. They sidled over on the cliff face, looking for an alternate route down. 30 seconds, Scoot. They were experienced, but this was not working. They had too much distance to cover. I'm turning back, Scoot. We're both turning back. But there was no turning back. The second hand of the stopwatch struck 12, and a little chirp emitted from it. That's time, Scoot. They were maybe 10 feet above the cave, clinging to the cliff like spiders, when they were suddenly bathed in lantern light from the water. Join or die. Scoot turned outward, facing the blinding light. We're not afraid of you. We don't even think you're real. Those were the last words Salamander Scoot ever said, as he was pulled from the wall and was dragged screaming beneath the waves. Join or die. Nicole Orby, her eyes full of tears, nodded her head. You all make it to the shore just after dawn. Sullivan Beach, eastern end of the island.
Hold on.
Ah!
Thank you.
You're swimming up, staying in contact with each other, doing your best to kind of grunt out where you are, because at this point you've been swimming for a while. But as you swim up, you see a pair of small towers, almost like lifeguard chairs. In it are kids, and they both stand up and see you just as you see them, and they ring a loud bell. There's a building on a bluff overlooking the beach, and the doors of it open. A woman, definitely not an alien, in a pair of red shorts and a tank top with a cutlass across her back, trots out. It's Commodore Martinez, and she sees you all get sand under your feet and hands.
Oh, coach. It's so good to see you, coach.
Coach?
Oh.
Coach?
Commodore.
Whoa.
Commodore.
Are you all from Nantucket?
Even farther.
Well, you're wearing sunflowers. Never heard of them, but you're Blittle League, huh?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Wait, you don't have sunflowers? Oh, what's the Blittle League team for here?
The sea flowers.
Oh, that's good.
Right.
Well, we're more than happy to extend a welcome hand to strangers. We're about to start practice. Our watch on the beach is almost over.
I haven't played baseball in so long. Oh, I want to play. Yeah.
I'd love to play. Can we play baseball together?
Oh my goodness, it's been so long.
Absolutely. She puts, kind of two fingers to the her mouth and emits a whistle. Commodore Martinez's whistle is about as loud and piercing as Coach Martinez's whistle from your timeline. Louder than any human, louder than a noise any human should be able to make. Which is weird because Coach Martinez and Commodore Martinez are not aliens. They are humans. They're just very good at whistling. The field, what's the name of the field that the sea flowers play at?
It's called Long Sands Beach.
Long Sands Beach. You are playing beach Blittle League
Yeah.
Blaseball.
Ooh.
And so there's, Long Sands Beach is this it's a Blittle League field, regulation Blittle League field, but the outfield wall is actually in the water. And so the warning track, such as it is actually, there are waves lapping up under the outfield wall. And beyond that is a pier, the center field pier. And on the center field pier are a pair of brass long guns. Those are naval defense cannons. So this is a very well defended Blittle League park.
Commodore. Commodore.
That's right. Zlobs, is it?
Yeah. Can I fire the cannon, please?
Only if you hit a home run.
Oh, I'm gonna hit a home run!
Oh goodness.
Yeah. So you're excited. You realize in all of this and all your time skips or reality skips, you haven't actually played any Blaseball.
Oh goodness! I don't know how much I missed it.
Yeah, you the rest of the team kind of comes together. They all kind of come down from higher ups. Sullivan Beach kind of very quickly ascends into the hills of the East Somerville Bluffs and the Assembly Bluffs, and so everyone's kind of coming down from there, riding bicycles, skateboards. Their uniforms are very similar to the Sunflowers uniforms, only they're all wearing board shorts and tall socks with these armored sandals.
Tall socks.
Tall socks.
With armored sandals.
That's a good look.
I feel underdressed.
That said, the one of the other players, Ensign Sand. Did someone describe Ensign Sand in a sentence? What they're like, what they're about?
They're very lanky. They're like one of the lankiest kids I've ever personally seen. And they also wear the exact same sunglasses that Zlobs does.
Ensign Ensign Sand looks at all of you, and you're all they can see it in your faces. And Ensign Sand kind of dispels the tension by saying, "Those are cool uniforms. They look like they're from the past, but maybe also the future."
You're not wrong. Hi, my name is Morgan Woodstock. Put her there.
Ensign Sand, starting first baseman. Nice to meet you.
Wow, this is so cool. Oh, wait. What are those in your pocket? Are those sunglasses?
Yeah. Hey.
Hey.
Nice shades.
Yeah, it's hey, you want to switch?
I do.
All right, here you go.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, wow. These are nice.
Wow.
Ensign, this is Renard. I've lost connection. Ensign, please reestablish connection.
Renard.
Speaking. Ensign, is that you, or did you trade sunglasses with someone?
Oh, this is Zlobs. Oh, you don't know me. I'm sorry. Yeah. Here, I'll put Ensign back on the line.
Ensign?
Yeah.
My name is Mindy Mathers.
Very nice to meet you, Mindy. I'm Ensign, starting first baseman.
I'm Darby.
Nice to meet you.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So if you're Ensign, does that mean that does everyone on the team have ranks?
Yeah, well,
do you get a
interestingly,
new rank?
Well, my first name is Ensign, but my rank also happens to be Ensign.
Oh, that's a good brand.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, coach is Commodore. She was captain last year, but now she's Commodore because she did a great job.
Wow.
Wait.
So
Ensign, who assigns ranks?
The umpires.
Oh,
Oh,
that
Do
makes
they-
sense.
do they come watch you often?
Well, not practices, thankfully. We'd probably be too nervous to play.
Mhm.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so true.
And Commodore Martinez starts, kind of stretching everybody out, and you're all kind of going through your stretches and kind of moving the bat around, and
Can I
um,
can I do my stretches next to Ensign and just take a very small peek in his mind?
tiny peek in his mind.
Just a
Sure.
really small peek to see if he thinks we're cool.
All right, let's just go ahead and roll 2d6 plus your weird and tell me what you think.
10.
Okay. Yes. He's trying to make sense of you, though. And yeah, you're cool, but you're mysterious cool. But also, you think that he's debating whether or not he wants to kind of tell you something.
He has a secret.
He does.
Do I see his secret?
Because that first look was just a little peek, you actually kind of need to take a step one more step into his mind.
Yeah.
So if you want to roll again, 2d6 plus weird.
I'm too tempted, so I'm going to. I'm too tempted by his mind, so I'm going to take a step further and look to see if I can maybe see his secret. I might be able to. It's a 9.
Partial success. So I'm going to give you two options. Option 1 is that you learn a great secret, but you kind of messing around in there kind of changes his perception of you. And so you're going to learn a really cool secret, but also he doesn't think you're very cool anymore. Or he thinks you are all incredibly cool, but you learn a terrifying secret.
Oh boy.
It's just that I've never had anyone think that I'm cool before. This is a new experience for me, and I'm getting a little bit wrapped up in it. So I am going to learn a terrible secret, but I would like to maintain my cool status with him.
The good news is that you're all really cool. The bad news is that Ensign is very, very distracted by something. And what he is distracted by is the fact that the treasure map he gave Nicole and Salamander almost definitely led to their deaths. Like, he keeps looking up towards the hill, and the fact that he doesn't see Nicole, Orby, and Salamander Scoot, who are never late, means that they probably died trying to follow that treasure map.
Oh.
But he is keeping that packed way down.
I went deep diving in that boy's mind.
Yes, you did.
I look around to see if there's another to see if is anyone like familiar, like if there's at least a lemon wedge or like someone with a little black notebook.
No, there's maybe 2d6, just a straight up 2d6, no modifiers.
Oh, you get yourself a 9.
Yeah.
Ooh.
There is someone here actually that is on the roster in your home timeline as well. Your third baseman. So we are going to make her up right now.
That one's new.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The only thing I have is a name. Her name is Harper's Bazaar. Everyone give me a sentence about Harper's Bazaar.
I spelled that wrong.
Harper's bizarre. Absolutely must wear a vest, no matter what the occasion.
And it's always a vest that she made herself. And she has one really special vest that's her lucky vest that she wears normally she wears them underneath the uniform, but if it's a really important game, she'll wear it over the uniform. But it's a lucky vest. You can't ask for the lucky vest if it's not important.
Harper's, aka Harps, she definitely is very dressy. Like, it doesn't start at the vest. She's also wearing a bow tie. She's wearing a dress shirt with the sleeves rolled up. She's on board shorts on. They're like slacks, but they're rolled up. And she has open-toed dress shoes.
Another cool thing about Harper's Bazaar is that she seems to have everything she could ever need in the pockets of her vests. Like, if you go into her pockets, she always has granola bars. She always has sometimes like a little mini wrench set. Like, she has like all assortment colors of duct tape. Just anything she could ever need. She always seems to have what she needs in her vest
She's so
pocket.
cool.
She is so cool.
She's so cool.
Her saying, at least the timeline that you're familiar with, the thing that she says all of the time is function is fashion.
Oh, yeah, she does.
And you all have kind of this like, you're on like a wait list because everyone in the world has asked her for a vest or a belt or something because she makes all of this stuff herself. And she loves you. She's the rest of the infield, after all. But she has so many people she has to make these for that you're still at least you're all a season away from getting your own Harper's Bazaar fashion utility vest.
She told me she was gonna make me a duct tape wallet.
She told me actually that she was going to make me a belt with a special pocket for my secret notebook.
She was going to make me wing covers, but now I hope she took measurements. I hope that they still fit.
She actually made me this beanie.
What? What? What she made? She made you? You didn't tell Morgan.
It was my birthday.
Morgan. Yeah,
What?
it's my birthday too.
Morgan asked for it before we even got on Blittle League.
She's so on top of everything.
I mean, you had fashion. I don't know.
I wake Zlobs up.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Passed out again.
Zlobs springs to just as Commodore Martinez looks around and takes roster. And she announces, "All right, everyone. Well, it looks like Orby and Scoot are absent, so we will deal with that."
Here?
Well, they should be, but they're not. But practice waits for no one. Afterwards, I will arrange some search parties. But as for now, let's have the four of you, Zlobs, Mindy, Darby, Morgan, take their spots in the outfield. Mind the water out there.
Outfield?
Yeah,
I don't play
Outfield. I'm a pitcher.
Yeah, we're infield.
Well,
Not today.
We can all be flexible.
Yeah.
I can't run. That's why I'm a catcher.
Zlobs.
What?
I feel like we need them on our side.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
We
hold
gotta
on.
earn our way up, you know?
Excuse us. We didn't have a sidebar. Okay. What's the plan?
I
Play
think
baseball.
we should play Blaseball.
Play baseball.
I'm so bad at outfield.
Do you not want to play?
Oh, yeah, okay, I'll play.
Okay.
That was a genuine question. I wasn't trying to force you. I was saying, do you actually want to play?
Mm-hmm. Oh, definitely.
So then you have to play outfield.
Zlobs, if you hit a home run in the next inning, then you get to shoot the cannon.
I jump into the water.
All right.
So I want one of you, just one, to roll. Whoever's feeling lucky, just a 2d6 plus sharp. Whoever's feeling lucky.
Oh, sharp I can do.
But are you feeling lucky? There's a lot of hubris there.
I
There's a lot of hubris.
I'm feeling lucky because finally somebody thinks I'm cool. It's a brand new feeling and it has me feeling maybe too confident. We'll see. Here we go. I'm so elated. I rolled a 13.
So, Mindy, yeah, you've got a lot kind of on your mind right now. Someone thinks you're cool. That someone may have had a treasure map at some point, and there may be dead people. However, you're feeling great, and you want everyone to do incredibly well in the outfield. So, what is it that you do that makes the rest of your teammates do so great out there?
Well, I am not the fastest, and I'm not the strongest, and I'm not the highest jumper, but I have very, very quick reflexes. So what I do is I watch really carefully when someone's up at bat, and when they hit a blaseball, I quickly signal to my friends in the outfield who it's coming to so that they are ready to catch.
And yeah, and it works out remarkably well. Darby, by any chance, are you using your wings at any point or not?
Not yet.
So
I feel like I need a grand entrance for them.
That's very true. Yeah, so you don't want to waste the spectacle of giant brass steam-powered wings on just anybody. So, all of you, Zlobs, Darby, Morgan, you've got Mindy kind of calling out shots, and you all move as an organism in the outfield, occasionally having to dive and swim through the deep outfield only to scale the wall and make a catch. Morgan, though you are a pitcher, your powerful, accurate arm does very well out here. You throw out one of the sea flowers at third base when they were trying to leg a double into a triple, and everyone is just so happy you're all here. It was kind of half the team out in the field and the other half at bat, and then you all switch. And Zlobs, let's make this one your role.
Zlobs, that was fun. I enjoyed being out there.
It was surprisingly fun. So Zlobs, roll 2d6 plus your tough.
Oh yeah, I got an 8.
All right. So you end up hitting a home run. But there is a consequence, and I will let you choose what it is. You either have to be the one that fishes the ball out of the ocean, or you upset someone that is watching.
Oh, I definitely want to upset someone who's watching.
So you get.
I'm belligerently running, it's like a quick throw out. It's like an infield home run.
Yeah, it's you kind of fire a ball through the right side of the infield, gets between the first and second baseman. You take off like a shot. A missed cutoff throw sends the ball skittering, into left field. You round third, and you are legging it out. You're still wearing your armored catcher's gear, by the way. You just hit better with it. And so you sprint, and you end up sliding just under a throw. And everyone starts cheering.
Yes,
Yeah, you did it.
And the Commodore kind of tips her tri-cornered hat to you and points to the outfield.
I can do it now?
Mm-hmm.
I sprint out there. Oh, okay. So this is a breech-loaded gun. Okay, it's a howitzer. Okay, this looks like it's 40 millimeters. Okay, but I prime it and
that tangy, acrid gunpowder smell, big, deafening roar of the signal cannon firing. On a bluff, about a mile away, we see Zlobs' reflection at the end of a spyglass. And then a walkie-talkie. Those kids from Nantucket seem pretty good. Sure, I'll leave one for them. And the rest of practice goes really, really well. It's very, very fun. These kids are great kids. Is there anything you want to do, chat about, learn about from them before the Commodore breaks you all up into search parties to look for Nicole and Salamander?
But before we break up into search parties, can I take a rest with my eyes closed on the bench?
You can.
The foul lines, so like in Longstock, they're almost like swampy, marshy, like weeds and stuff growing out of the foul lines. And here it's almost like coral reef, which is weird because it's like these trenches of water and then like coral reef kind of growing up.
Rising up. Yep.
Yeah. So I want to ask one of the other players, maybe Harps, because she's cool. Does anything ever have you ever like crawled into the foul lines?
Harps is from various pockets pulling out the components of a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and she's
and also, can I have a bite of that?
Do you want the horizontal cut or the diagonal cut?
Diagonal cut.
And so you and her split a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and you're both sitting there looking out at the foul lines. Honestly, I've never gone swimming out on the foul lines. I know Ensign does from time to time. Anyone that bets him to do it, he will. But he's cooler than I am.
No one else has ever, I don't know, gone swimming and not come back or anything.
No. Well, no, not on this team. A few years ago, I heard that one of the older players went swimming along the foul line, and they never actually came out, and they ended up finding them about a mile or two out into the ocean.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It just looks creepy, that's all.
It is, but
I don't like the water.
Oh, you don't?
Mm-mm.
Well, I would avoid the foul lines then.
Yeah, that's part of why I was asking. I don't know how much to avoid it.
Watch this. She pulls out from her collar of her vest these two little like orange pull tabs, and she kind of pulls both, and the vest inflates into a life preserver.
Well, no, what? Do you make those for everyone?
Mine's the prototype. I'm trying to work through a list. It's going to be next season before everyone gets one of these.
Oh, that's amazing.
Where did Morgan get that beret? That thing is awesome.
Hey, let's just say a close friend.
Well, I'd like to meet this close friend. The surging hole in the inside's great. Real professional job.
I'm going to give Darcy sort of like a grand like. Speaking of which, Harps, do you know if there's like a group for fellow spellcasters here on the Somerville?
Yeah. Why do you ask? Oh, you are a spellcaster.
I am a spellcaster. Yeah.
Yeah. No, there's
spellcaster. I heard the magic words: shades down, glove up, catcher stance, and I face towards Morgan.
I'm gonna toss an electric blaseball straight towards the line.
You know, it arcs through the sky, crackling lightning behind it. Zlobs, you grip down on, make the catch. Yeah, Harps looks impressed. Well, there's a Blittle League office of spell slinging and eclipse management up in Powderhouse Lighthouse.
Oh, okay.
They got the whole lighthouse. Yeah,
the whole lighthouse. Thank you very much, Harps.
Oh, you're welcome. Mindy, you've been kind of closing your eyes and centering yourself. Ensign walks up to you. And you know his presence. Like, you're just as kind of serene as you are. Like, you know there's someone approaching. And he kind of stands at a respectful distance. And he he like gestures over to the Commodore. Commodore, I think she's okay. I think she's taking a nap. Oh,
I'm
she's
okay.
probably fine. Oh, hey. Just closing your eyes?
Yes. Would you like to sit down?
Sure. And so Ensign, kind of sits down, and it's a low bench, and he's like just tall enough that his like knees are up, like he's one of those kids that's just growing too fast for, not too fast, but growing just faster than everybody else. And so he looks just kind of looks like this bench is like one size too small for him. But despite that, he like leans back, kind of stares out at the ocean breaking against the wall in the outfield.
Ensign,
Yeah, Mindy.
don't ask me too many questions, okay?
Okay.
I can't find Salamander Scoot, which is highly unusual.
The color drains out of Ensign's face. Okay.
I'm not blaming you, but I think that you should join our search party.
Okay.
I need to know about the map, I think, if we're going to help. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, my rest is over.
Ensign is slow to get up, but he does, and Commodore starts breaking everybody up into teams, and just at, like, Ensign's about to get paired up with Harps, and Ensign says, actually I'll stay with the new kids from Nantucket. And
yeah, it'd be really cool, because I don't know, is this the same Somerville layout? This might be. Yeah, it'd be good to have someone.
And Commodore nods and wishes you all a lot of luck.
Thank you, Commodore.
Thanks, Commodore.
All right, good luck. Well, find our outfield, everyone.
Bye, Commodore.
Bye, Morgan. Nice to meet you.
You too.
And the Commodore then sets to pulling a small satellite dish out from her backpack and setting it up, pointing it towards a nearby star system for some reason. So the search begins. What do you all want to do?
We should probably all get on the same page about the map.
Yeah, I was gonna ping Mandy Mathers because I know that she typically somehow ends up with information if we leave her alone for a while.
Ensign kind of looks at you, Mindy.
So, Ensign had a treasure map.
That's so cool.
Treasure?
I had a treasure map. I found it. It was rolled up tight with a red ribbon around it, and the ribbon had my name on it.
Oh,
wow.
And so I thought it was from...
Found it? If it had your name on it? That sounds like mail.
I had a really good practice about a week ago. And as I was walking home from practice, I saw, like, in the middle of one of the paths, this treasure map wrapped up with my name on a ribbon. It said Ensign. And I thought, well, it's a red ribbon. It's a treasure map. I thought it might be from the traveling team. And he kind of says traveling team, and then, like, he kind of lets it sit for a quarter second. And then you all kind of look at him, and then he just kind of moves on. And the thing is, I didn't even want to open it. I chickened out. And so Nicole and Salamander seemed interested. I gave it to them. And now they're not here. They said they were gonna. They kept saying they needed to wait for low tide, so I guess whatever they did last night.
Did they take the map with them?
Yeah.
Oh, great. So if we find another map, that'll take us to them.
You are discussing this as
Maybe.
you're kind of walking inland. A lot of the buildings here look very similar to your timeline, except they're big beach umbrellas sitting outside of plenty of them. A lot of homes don't really even have 4 walls. It's almost like the entire house is a 3 seasons room. So everything, big screen doors, big screen walls. It's a very, very pleasant place, though. On every block or so, there's what looks like an air raid siren. You know, like just sitting on a tall, like a telephone line or something like that. There's always like a satellite dish and an air raid siren, like one every block. And you're all just kind of walking through and looking at this, and people are friendly and everyone's waving. And, Ensign's kind of giving you the lay of the land, like you're new here. And everything kind of makes sense.
Is there a Blindell's? Are there saltwater taffy at Blindell's?
Blindell's has the best saltwater taffy in all of Somerville.
Stop running, Zlobs. Wait for
Zlobs.
Zlobs, you sprint towards Blindell's. You know the way.
Oh, yes.
And as you run, you trip, which is very unlike you.
Defensive maneuver.
Yeah, and you kind of curl up and roll. You're like running through like a forested path towards Blindell's. And as you stop rolling, you find yourself face to face with on like brown paper, this tight little scroll with a red ribbon on it. And on the red ribbon, it says Zlobs.
Oh, that's me. I open it up.
Oh,
The treasure map is not a treasure map at all. It is a poem. A poem I will read to you right now. The tide is out and the sky is fair, 3 strokes from sky to sea. An answer is held, should ye fail to scare. With firm grip ye wind down to me. The wind blows brisk and the moon does shine. The brewing woman does stand. For ye to claim the truth is mine. Stay swift hand over hand.
Okay.
You all catch up to Zlobs as he's sitting on the ground making his pondering face. He is holding something that looks like a treasure map covered in words.
Zlobs, what you got there?
It's art.
Art? It looks like a treasure map. Let me see.
It's not.
I'm gonna grab it.
Hey,
It's a poem.
I was pondering it.
It's a poem.
Hard to take. It's hard to take my mind off of it.
Can I read a bad situation?
You can absolutely read a bad situation. You immediately get strange vibes.
All right.
Why is
2d6
that?
plus sharp.
That never works for me. I can never read a bad situation.
You get a 10, eh? All right. Ask me 3 questions from the list.
Let's see. First,
I'll also let you ask from the investigate a mystery list as well.
Ooh,
You can combine the 2.
What is being concealed?
This treasure map is not what it seems. That is to say, it's not a treasure map at all. It's like the way you read it, it's not like it's in any kind of code. Which means it's not like a treasure map or like a puzzle. It's a challenge.
Oh, okay. What's How can I best protect people?
The best way to protect people would be to be on your lookout if someone actually tries to do whatever this is.
All right. And finally, are there any dangers that we haven't noticed?
Yeah. The traveling team is here.
Okay. So I'm going to get that vibe. Say,
The vibe has been gotten.
hey, so this map is dubious.
Ensign, is this what your map looked like?
I never opened it up, but yeah, I mean, the ribbon's the same, the paper's the same, the exact same.
We have to be careful. This isn't good news.
Ensign, you said that you thought that your treasure map came from the traveling team. Who were you playing? Maybe we've played them before, and
Was the Cambridge Carnations?
No, the Cambridge Carnations haven't left their fortified island since the traveling team started coming into these waters. They don't think they could beat them.
Wow! Wait, they don't think they can beat them? They're so good.
The traveling team are the best Blittle Leaguers in the Eastern Ocean. They travel from place to place and recruit the best player on every island.
Have the sea flowers ever won a game in this in your life?
No, that's why I freaked out when I saw the list. Or when I saw the map with my name on it. I figured they forgot about us.
Wow.
Who's your best player?
He's trying really hard to not say he is.
Besides you. You can't choose yourself.
But what if he what
Zlobs.
if he is what?
He thinks he's the best player on the sea flowers.
Who's the second best player?
Well, I mean, Harps is really good. She's
Okay.
definitely gotten better last season. I'd say probably after her, a couple other people, but Nicole and
you.
Salamander were probably right in the middle.
Well, maybe I looked around for Salamander Scoot and I couldn't find him anywhere, which is not a great sign. But I could try looking for Nicole Orby. Or maybe if we follow the directions in the poem, then maybe it will lead us to where they are. So we can try and follow the poem and that'll lead us to the trouble.
Your choice. Do you want to kind of psychically reach out and find Nicole, or do you want to decipher the poem?
What do you think, everybody?
I think we should know more about the poem.
Yeah, we should look over the poem over saltwater taffy.
So you're all at Blindell's, which is on this sandy path called Somerville Sands, and it's on like this big sandy hill, and there are a bunch of kind of beach chairs like sunk into the sand, and it's this Blindell's actually has waiter service. Whoa. And so you'll sit in your beach chairs, and a waiter comes out, white uniform, white bow tie, hands you menus, and within a few minutes you're eating truly top-notch saltwater taffy.
Morgan, throw me one.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Yeah.
Ow. Why did you put electricity on it?
Just because. Darcy, catch. Yeah. Mathers, here's
Oh,
a piece of taffy.
Thanks.
The tide is out.
Mm-hmm.
The sky is fair.
Fair, like a fair ball.
Like it's nice out.
Oh,
3 strokes from sky to sea.
3 strikes. No, that's
Maybe.
Ensign, what's a stroke in terms of ocean kind of sort of sea words?
Well,
Swimming?
yeah, it's either swimming, rowing, or it's what we call a minute. I'm surprised you don't call it a minute. I'm surprised you don't call a minute a stroke on Nantucket. You're just over there.
It's a whole dialect thing.
Yeah, whole different sort of culture.
We call it a minute.
3 minutes
3 minutes.
to get from sky to sea.
The answer is out. Fail to scare. Should he fail to scare? So if we're brave enough, we'll get an answer.
Oh, I don't think I can process fear correctly, so I'm not afraid.
Well, that's perfect, Zlobs,
Hmm.
for this situation. Firm grip. So a firm grip on the wheel, or climbing a rope, or
Wind down. So we're going down. The wind blows brisk and the moon does shine.
So it has to be at night, I guess,
So nighttime.
or like a solar eclipse.
The brewing woman does stand. Ensign. Is there someone who goes by the name Brewing Woman here? Is she like someone you would know?
No.
or maybe someone famous for making coffee.
Mm-mm.
I wonder if it's Nana.
Oh, potions, magic, witch, Nana.
The
Yeah.
brewing woman. That could be Nana.
That could be Nana.
That could be Nana.
Could be
Maybe
Nana.
we could try to find her first then.
She would definitely know about the tides. And
Tide is
we
out.
need to know when the tide is out. No, that seems clear.
Hold on, let me check this newspaper. Is there the high tide on it?
The next low tide is tonight, and the weather should be good.
Oh, look at that.
Sky is clear and tide is out. So
Trust your local media.
Excuse me, Ensign. Do you know a woman called Clarissa Mathers? She's probably like 100 and something. And she might be in charge of weather or experiments.
She makes really good lemon loaf.
Oh. Well, how would you know about her?
Know about her.
Know about her?
Know about her?
They sell her baked goods in Nantucket.
Yes.
Well, Nantucket must be a heck of a great place.
It's pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
How do you know about her?
Well, the only person I know of that's 100 years old and brews potions and makes lemon loaf is... But you've never heard the song?
No.
The song?
What's the song?
The song?
Song?
What song?
What song?
The Alewife.
What? Like the train station?
The what?
The T line, red line. Choo choo choo.
What's the alewife?
Well,
Or like the fish?
Well, it's the Alewife of Somerville. It's a song. It's about an old woman that lives in a cave and she's constantly brewing things. And,
Mhm.
you know, if you're really good, she'll give you lemon loaf. It's a whole,
Where is it? Read it. I need where
Yeah.
where
Can you sing it for us?
where?
I don't know. I don't know where the cave is. It's a song.
Sing us the song. Sorry.
Whoa, Darby.
Darby
Hey.
loves music.
Sunflowers.
Yeah, what's up?
What if it's in Alewife?
That would be
That
so
would-
smart.
Is there a map of the island of Somerville in the newspaper that Zlobs was looking at?
Yeah, there is. It's the back cover is a map. It's like a tourist map that has like a bunch of things oversized. So there's like Long Sands Field and the dock, and then there's like a walking trail for like people coming from Cambridge or Nantucket, and Blindell's is on there.
Does it
The western,
does it have like the same outline as like the real Somerville?
it does.
Oh boy.
Can I
The
take the map
western,
and start marking off where landmarks that we know of would be on the map if this were our Somerville?
yeah, you map out the Powder House Lighthouse, and the very, very western end are the Alewife Cliffs.
Well, that was easy. We just gotta go there.
This is where we have to go.
So we're going to Alewife Cliffs.
Ensign, can you take us there?
You sure you want to go?
Yes.
We have to.
Why are they dangerous?
Well, they're cliffs. You can fall down.
Well, it's just I mean, it's deep water. So at the base of the cliffs, that's where the water's the deepest there, which means that might be where the traveling team is, if they're here at all. Which I hope they're not, but if that map is what I think it is, then they are.
In the water?
In
The team would.
traveling. Are they sharks?
Ensign takes the newspaper from Mindy and kind of puts it down against a rock and starts very crudely drawing a large metal ship. He keeps drawing cannons all over it. He holds
Okay.
it up.
That's a
That's
good
a lot
boat.
of-
You're really good. You're really good trying.
Thanks.
Well, maybe I can try and check for them before we get there.
Okay. And so you head to the Alewife Cliffs. It takes a better part of the day, and the sun's actually getting pretty low. By the
I have
time-
a whole bucket of saltwater taffy.
Yeah, and Ensign kind of takes you there, and you walk through you walk essentially along the red line, but the red line is not a train. The red line is, in point of fact, a small stream that cuts through the island, and every couple of minutes, someone in a rowboat rows by with 4 or 5 people kind of holding onto handles, reading the paper, and then occasionally they stop and get off.
I asked the person who's rowing name, and is it Charlie?
You ask, and he responds,
That's what I thought.
You get to the Alewife Lagoon, which is the big turnaround for the red line. And you walk past that into kind of the bluffs. And the sun, is really starting to set. And you actually look and see it. To the west, you see is the Arlington Isles. These big cliffs, miles and miles out.
Ensign, you said she lives this Alewife, that she lives in a cave in the cliffs. Is that what you said?
Well, look, you started asking me about a song about the alewife, and the only thing here that's called alewife are these cliffs. So I guess if she's real at all, she's probably in these cliffs.
All right, let
That
me.
makes
I
sense.
I can go. I can go scout, see if I see anything along the cliffs above the water.
Darby, can you fly around outside and I'll check around
Yeah.
inside? Okay.
Yeah.
So you're kind of looking out. There's no railing here or anything. So you're just looking straight down 100 feet into crashing waves. Darby, you end up kind of unfurling your wings, and Ensign, whoa, and you kind of take off and start circling.
Oh, she's
And
so cool.
And you look and you see the cliffs are just sheer cliffs. There's no cave or opening or something like that. But you also realize that it's not low tide.
I go back up.
Mindy, Darby, go ahead.
Zlobs, Morgan, I didn't. If there's anything there, it's not. The tide's not low enough to see it yet.
Oh, so you just need to wait for low tide?
Or for Mindy to.
What if I hotwire a boat and we wait outside the cliffs and low tide happens?
So the trick is it's all of you up here and then just sheer 100 feet down. You'd need to probably head all the way down to Low Auburn to get a boat there. You could probably do it if you run. But if you want to actually get in a boat and get out there, you got to go now. While Zlobs ponders, Mindy, do you stretch out your mind at all?
Yeah.
What are you looking for?
I'm trying to decide between looking around for the traveling team or tuning into Nana. I'm gonna tune into Nana.
Okay. 2d6 plus weird.
$11.
You can ask 3 questions from the list.
Okay. Where is Nana right now?
She is in the Alewife Cliffs, probably about 80 feet down.
80 feet down in the Alewife Cliffs. What is Nana planning to do right now?
Well, once low tide happens, she's going to take position and look out the opening of the cave and keep a watch out for the traveling team.
And who does Nana regard as the biggest threat?
The traveling team.
Okay. All right.
What do you got, Mathers?
Nana's here.
Oh, we did it.
She is
Good job.
there.
About 80 feet down inside the cliffs. I think the tide is still too high right now.
Then we should get a boat, right?
But the waves are pretty strong. And the poem says to climb down.
And also, the traveling team is in a boat. And because we're not very experienced with boats, I'm worried that it'll put us at a disadvantage because Nana thinks they're nearby.
I take out my wallet and take out my master's license. Driver's license, not for boats. Nope. Okay.
I think that's for land vehicles.
Yeah, we climb down.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So you wait for low tide, literally the minute of low tide. And as you're standing there, like it's a few minutes away, there's a figure in the distance, kind of running kind of along the winding path that traces the edge of the Alewife Cliffs. you can't get a sense of her age. She's probably about your age as she's getting closer. But she's wearing an all-black Blittle League uniform, and in big gold letters across her chest, TT. And she runs, and as she runs by, you realize, like, she runs right past you, like you're not even there.
Okay, bye. I have saltwater. Okay, bye.
But as she runs, you realize her eyes are pulsing red,
Oh, that's pretty cool.
like red spotlights. She takes off her Blittle League hat, ties her hair back into a braid, puts the hat back on, reaches into a pocket, and puts something down right at the edge of the cliff. She turns, looks at all of you with those red eyes, extends her arms, and dives backwards off.
I'm going to throw a Blaseball at her to protect.
You want to cast a protection spell at her?
Mm-hmm.
Roll it.
God. This is 2d6 plus weird. That's +2 for me. 11.
We're rolling good this game.
At the same time that Morgan's doing that, I want to jump off the cliff with my wings and just start flying down.
Sure. She gets ready to dive. And Morgan, you throw a ball, crackling with energy. You want to put a protection spell on her. And you throw it. And just as she's about to dive, she looks at you and catches the ball with her bare hand.
Ouch.
And with it, dives off the cliff. Darby, you sprint towards the end, your brass wings extend, and you fly out. And as you're circling, you see her kind of slice through the air, heading down towards the water like a bomb that was dropped. Splashes into the water.
I'm dive bombing after her.
Oh no.
As she splashes, there's a crackle of light as the ball she's holding kind of electrically dissipates into the water. And so it looks like the water bioluminesces for a second. And what you see in the darkness below is the prow of a big metal ship.
Oh no.
Sitting down there. And so you start dive bombing down. What is it you want to do exactly?
Wanted to find out where she's going. I wanted to dive into the water if she was going that way, but I want to abort that if I can make the maneuver.
Okay.
Oh no.
These are new wings. You're still trying to get a
Oh no, sir.
still trying to get a hold of them.
Oh no.
So give me 2d6 plus cool.
7.
Okay. You dive and you realize that, she's somehow falling faster than you're diving. And she hits the water, and then you see her kind of in this crackling bioluminescent field kind of swim up and begin climbing the side of this ship. As you are banking down, a pair of spotlights open up on you and blind you. Join or die.
Oh no.
You're kind of circling Darby. You realize you probably have to answer.
Join or die.
Darby, time kind of slows down for you for a second. And you realize that in your mind's eye, You're looking at a Blittle League permission slip. It's floating there on the surface of your mind. And you remember signing your first Little League permission slip because in it listed all the rules of Blittle League and the mantle that you must carry as a Blittle Leaguer to solve mysteries and fight evil.
Yes.
But this one's different because the writing's all in gold letters. And there are pages and pages and pages. And you can't read them all fast enough. But at the very bottom is a gold line for your name. And right above it, it says, join or die. It's floating there in your mind. Darby, do you sign this permission slip?
No.
You snap back to reality and start banking upwards. At this point, the anti-aircraft fire starts. And you're starting to bank as chunks of the cliff explode as shells start kind of slamming into the side
Oh
of it.
God. Oh God.
2d6 plus cool, please.
8.
Okay, that'll stop some of it. You take 2 harm from anti-aircraft ammunition. You kind of shield yourself with one of the wings, and you feel kind of gunfire hitting it, and it sounds like a sleet storm against a metal roof. And you start banking up and spiraling back, and you realize that through the brass feathers, you were caught with some shrapnel. And you kind of land back on the cliffs.
Oh boy, I know this kind of situation. I am a tactical genius, and I see my friend in trouble, and it's gunfire opening up. My training's kicking in.
Zlobs, what do we do? They're in a metal ship.
Yeah, well, there's a metal problem for a metal ship.
2d6 plus cool, Zlobs. Roll your tactical genius.
Great. Just skim by with a 7. Oh boy. Thank good thing.
You get to ask one question.
How can I best protect people?
Well, you could best protect people by picking up that thing that was on the ground.
Oh, I was going to do that anyways. Great. I'm glad my plan aligned. Well, it's right here in this thing that's on the ground that I go pick up.
It's a stopwatch.
It's a stopwatch, everyone.
And the second you pick it up, it starts counting down from 3 minutes.
Oh boy, we gotta go climb now.
What? We have to climb now?
Climb down.
I'm going first.
Okay. You're all making the climb?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
I'll go last so I can protect people if need be.
Can I go right after Darby so that she might sort of catch me if
Yes.
for some reason I sort of slip?
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, great. Yeah, you don't ask the catcher to catch you. I see how it is.
Darby.
Here's how this is going to work. I need each of you to roll 2d6 plus your tough.
Tough.
But the thing is, you're going to add all these together into a single pool of numbers, and then you're going to divide them amongst yourselves.
12.
9.
7.
5.
12 plus 9 plus 7 plus 5. 21 plus 12 is 33.
Perfect. We did it.
How do you divide 33 up amongst you? I want numbers assigned to people.
10, 10, 10, 3. I'll take the 3.
That doesn't seem like the best way to do things.
Zlobs, is that what you want to do?
I should consult.
I think Mindy should take more because I can maybe still fly a little bit.
10, 10, 7-7? No. Oh no, one would have to be a 6.
7,
Well,
9, 10, 7, 7.
I can take a 9.
We need someone with at least 10.
Who wants to
Maybe-
take a 10?
Maybe you should take the 10, Darby, since you're on the bottom and you have wings.
Yeah.
I'll give you a bit of a hint here, or guidance.
Mhm.
A fail, a partial, and a full are the only things you need to worry about.
Mhm.
So a 7, an 8, or a 9 is all the same. So is a 10, 11, or a 12.
Mm.
So is a 6 or less.
Well,
So we could do
I'll take partials and Darby will take a full.
I don't think that would work because that would be 7-7-7. Oh, where are the
You want-
cans? Who dropped cans? I'm sorry, I dropped all my soda.
Mindy, I was sort of thinking you should take the full because it's your Nana. We need to get you there, wherever she is.
Yeah. And maybe she can help us out.
You take.
Actually, you know what? I take the 3 and jump.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw a protection spell.
We'll say that you do. You all start climbing down. Zlobs has the stopwatch, and he's calling. 2 minutes, 1:45, and you all start scrambling down. You're finding handholds. You're moving. This is all very, very foreign to you. Ensign does not make the climb. He gets ready and he chickens out. So it's just the 4 of you climbing down. And Zlobs is calling out time, and Mindy and Darby and Morgan, you're doing the math. And you realize more than half the time is gone and you're not yet halfway. And so you start kind of bounding down. You hear, Darby, the sound of kind of smooth gears turning, the sound of anti-aircraft cannons training on your location again. And you're scaling and you're moving. And Zlobs,
I take off into the sky to try to get them to start shooting at me instead of Morgan and Mindy.
you fall off the wall and your arms, and you hold your arms out and the wings extend behind them, and you start banking, trying to draw fire. But you realize that those guns aren't pointed at you. The spotlights are all on Zlobs, who you realize is not actually climbing down with you. He's up on the wall, flailing and waving his arms and drawing attention and screaming out the time. You realize that Mindy and Morgan are now climbing down to what looks like an open cave entrance. Zlobs dives off the wall and falls down into the water. You can't catch him, Darby. You bank and spin and twirl. And following Morgan and Mindy, who are screaming for you to follow, you bank into the cave. Zlobs, join or die?
Join.
Let's switch to the cave. Mindy, Darby, Morgan, you are in the entrance of this cave. And you're panting and exhausted. And you look and Zlobs isn't here.
All right, I'll be back. I have to go get Zlobs. We can't leave Zlobs.
You sprint out towards the entrance of the cave. You literally turn around and look. And you see this giant metal leviathan of a ship start to turn and put out to ocean.
They got him.
Where is he? Morgan,
joined.
where's Zlobs?
I should have thrown a protection spell. I'm sorry.
What do you mean he joined? He joined.
when I flew down there, there was this thing in my head, and it just told me I had to join or die. And I said I didn't join, but maybe he did.
I don't think Zlobs would do that. Zlobs is the one who isn't afraid of anything. He just said that at the top of the cliff.
He jumped and the ship left. Mathers.
He wouldn't join the traveling team. He's not. He would have.
We have to find your Nana.
It's real, Mindy. It was so real. It really feels like you're gonna die. It almost didn't feel like a choice. We gotta.
Hold on. I'm not ready to find Nana because she's gonna send us home, and we don't have Zlobs. How are we gonna? We can't go home without him. Let me just try and find him, because maybe he's underwater, or maybe he's hiding. He could be hiding. Can I try and tune into Zlobs?
Yeah.
Uh, 9.
Okay. You close your eyes and reach out, and you see Zlobs surrounded by a bunch of other kids, black uniforms, red eyes. They're all slapping him on the shoulder. You are looking, you realize, through Zlobs' eyes. And you see through his eyes this big metal bulkhead door. He's in this big, like, armored ship's hold. And the wheel in the middle of the door spins open. And walking out on a pneumatic peg leg is Admiral Sunman. Big smile on his face. Admiral Sunman walks up to him. Big hand coming forward. And then you look down and you see Zlobs' hands. And Zlobs reaches forward and they shake. And when Zlobs takes his hand away, Admiral Sunman is holding a handful of grenade pins. The traveling team's ship explodes. Cracks in half. Smoke blanketing out the stars. Fire along the waterline. The anti-aircraft gun batteries explode. Terrifying fireworks show. And then you hear laughter over the roaring engine of a jet ski, sprinting towards the cave. Zlobs is laughing like he just blew up a ship.
I couldn't figure out how to hotwire it.
Zlobs. What?
But
Severus Zlobin.
That was the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Make sure you tell everyone.
I'm going to tell Nick Winkler when we get home.
I'd like that.
You hear a voice behind you in the cave. Well, I think that'll about do it for the traveling team. You turn around and you see a woman about 100 years old, parrot on her shoulder, vest full of pistols. Mindy, she gives you a hug.
Hi, Nana.
Hi, Mindy.
I know. Do you have
I'm
any
gonna
lemon
say-
loaf?
I do.
I could really use some right now.
Just give the whole thing to Zlobs.
Give it all to Zlobs.
You all sit in Alewife Mathers's cave, and she tells you about the life she leads here. Her big goal is to be a legend in Somerville, to give this whole island an aura of protection, so that threats like the traveling team or other scary beasts from the deep keep their distance. She explains that the traveling team couldn't be stopped this time because they needed a player. But thankfully they got one in the form of Zlobs. And now there is no more traveling team kidnapping Blittle Leaguers.
And Salamander Scoot and Nicole Orby.
Salamander Scoot is in a giant vat of stinky chemicals in one of the rooms of this cave.
Wow.
I guess when they said die, they meant fire a harpoon at him and let him drown. Well, I wasn't going to let that happen.
Oh, Nana.
Can we take Scoot back with us too, so we can have 2 Scoots?
I think Scoot probably
That'd be really cool.
belongs in his world.
It looks
I
like
don't-
he still has a lot of healing to do also.
That makes sense.
I'm gonna send a mind message to Ensign up on the cliffs and just say, "Hi, it's me, Mindy, and Salamander Scoot is gonna be okay. He should be back at practice in a couple weeks. And it was nice to meet you. And thank you for thinking we are cool." And that's the whole message.
Echoing back in your head was, yeah, my first impressions were right. You are cool.
Mathers, I've never seen you so happy. What's going on?
Oh, remember Ensign?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he thinks we're cool.
And
That's it. He
Did he
that's
say
it.
anything about my wings?
Mm-mm. He
Whatever.
oh, Mathers. Darcy, I think your wings are cool.
Thank you.
In the
Slobs,
Cool
middle-
without them too, though.
Slobs.
Huh?
I thought you were gone
I thought that it was my fault.
with the ship.
Mhm.
We were all very upset, and I couldn't stand thinking that you were gone when I hadn't told you the truth, because the reason that I knew about Sunman being after you isn't because you told me at the sleepover. You didn't ever tell me that. I went inside your mind and saw it. And I don't usually do that to any of you without asking or without you asking me. And I only do it when I think it's a really good idea.
You only do it when you think is a good idea?
Yeah,
Okay, I believe you.
You don't do it to any of us, right?
I definitely won't anymore.
Mathers.
I mean, I know how scary it is in my mind for humans, so I
Definitely
trust you'd
won't go
really
back
only
to
do
that.
it if you like have to.
I had to do it to Darby once, but Darby asked me. I've never done it to Morgan, and I did it to Zlobs once without permission, and that's what I'm apologizing for, and I'm sorry.
Honesty is cool. You're cool. Thank you for telling me. I'm also out of loaf. Let's go back home.
There's
Nana?
a giant cauldron in the middle of the cave, bubbling like something out of a fairy tale.
Do we jump in? Ow.
It looks like it's boiling, but it's cool to the touch. And you look into the cauldron, and you see Longstalk Field.
I jump in.
Oh,
Wait for me! And I jump in.
I'm coming. I jump in.
thank you, Nana.
You're welcome, Mindy.
I'm making mistakes, but I'm learning too.
Well, that's why I'm so proud of you.
I'll see you on the other side. I jump in.
And you fall through the floor of reality.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Zlobs, you're sitting. It takes you a second to clear your head, but you're sitting behind home plate looking at the pitcher's mound. And Morgan is sitting on the pitcher's mound. And Mindy's right behind her at second base. And Darby is leaning on her sword at shortstop. Sun's coming up. The other members of the Somerville Sunflowers are starting to arrive, getting dropped off by their parents.
Hey,
Coach.
y'all want to play a game real quick? Before practice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you all have a game of catch at home. Ensign Sand is sitting in a lifeguard chair, spyglass against his eye, scanning the water. And he sees something bobbing along as it kind of crests by Long Sands Field's outfield wall. He drops the spyglass, grabs a big life preserver, and sprints out there. After a few minutes of desperate swim and a few minutes of hauling and chest compressions, Nicole Orby wakes back up.
Oh,
Oh.
One of her eyes is red, but the other is still hers.
Ooh.
And Ensign looks at her and says, "Are you okay?" And Nicole says, "I'm not sure yet." You knock on the door. Mr. Mathers lets you all in.
hey, Mr. Mathers.
Hi, Mr. Mathers.
Hey, Darby. Hey, Zlobs. Hey, Morgan. Hey, Mindy. How was practice?
It was
Oh.
so good.
It was the
And we
best.
did so well. Dad, you would have been so proud because Zlobs like exploded this thing and Darby like had this like did so good and Morgan like threw this just at the right time and there was this guy and he was trapped and it was so long ago but far in the future. But it was a good practice and I really missed you.
Oh, I miss you too. I'm glad you're here. I'll make lunch.
Mm.
You all trundle as a team up to Nana Mathers' room. And you open the door, and the walls are covered with sketches. Somerville City Hall with a statue of Nana Mathers in front of it. The sign that says, "Welcome to New Liguria Field." The Island of Somerville. The pneumatic tubes of steam-powered
Oh.
Somerville, steam-powered Boston. The spectacle of tomorrow. Lots of drawings of that giant brass suit of battle armor. And Nana Mathers spins around in her chair, tears welling up in the wrinkles of her face.
We made it home.
I know.